Hello students, welcome to my channel Math Magic. Today we will discuss the complex number second part. All of you see the first part. In my first video, that means first part of complex number, we discuss the property of complex number, how to solve simple problem. Now today we will discuss the complex number second part. Okay, see. Okay, now see complex number second part. First discuss with sum number 1. See sum number 1. If x plus iy equal to cos theta minus I sin theta whole square, then prove that x square plus y square equal to 1. Okay, this is sum number 1. Now see how to solve. I repeat the question. X plus iy equal to cos theta minus I sin theta whole square. Then prove that x square plus y square equal to 1. Now see how to solve this sum. Okay, given x plus iy equal to cos theta minus I sin theta whole square. Okay, now taking mod in both sides, that means mod of x plus iy equal to mod of cos theta minus I sin theta whole square. Okay, now see mod of x plus iy equal to mod of cos theta minus I sin theta, then given mod, after that give whole square, because all of you know mod of z square equal to mod z whole square. Okay, we can write it using the properties of complex number. Now see what happened. What do you mean by mod of x plus iy? That is root over of x square plus y square. Okay. Okay. Now see the second one. Root over of cos theta whole square plus minus sin theta whole square. Okay. After that give a whole square, because there is whole square. Now see root over of x square plus y square. Here is square, then root over is omitted, so we write cos square theta plus sin square theta. So what is the value of cos square theta plus sin square theta? Equal to 1. So we write root over of x square plus y square equal to 1, because all of you know the value of sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Now squaring both sides, we get x square plus y square equal to 1. X square plus y square equal to 1. Okay, so we write proved. Okay, clear everyone? Now second sum. Okay, see the second sum. This is sum number 2. If z equal to 2 minus 3i, if sum number 2, if z is equal to 2 minus 3i, then show that z square minus 4z plus 13, z square minus 4z plus 13 equal to 0. Okay, this is sum number 2. I repeat the question. If z equal to 2 minus 3i, then show that z square minus 4z plus 13 equal to 0. Okay, see how to solve this. How to solve this? First of all, we write z is equal to 2 minus 3i, that is given. Now z minus 2 equal to minus 3i. Okay, we shifted 2 from RHS to LHS. So that is why its sign change, that is plus 2 to minus 2. Now squaring both sides, that is we get z minus 2 whole square, z minus 2 whole square is equal to minus 3I whole square. Okay, so z minus 2 whole square using the formula of a minus b whole square. All of you know the formula of a minus b whole square, that is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So we write a z square minus 2 into z into 2 plus 2 square equal to here minus 3I whole square. Minus become plus, so we get 9I square. Clear? So z square minus 2 to the 4z plus 4 is equal to 9 into I square means minus 1. All of you know I equal to root over of minus 1. That is why I square equal to minus 1. Okay. Now we write I square equal to minus 1. Now see, z square minus 4z plus 4, here is minus 9. So z square minus 4z plus 4 plus 9 equal to 0. So z square minus 4z plus 13 is equal to 0. Proved. Clear everyone? This is sum number 2. Okay. Now we start the next property, that is cube root of unity. Okay. See. Next we start the cube root of unity. Okay, see what is cube root of unity. Okay, let x be a cube root of unity. Let x be a cube root of unity. Then we write x equal to cube root of 1. Unity means 1. Okay, let x be a cube root of unity. So we write x equal to cube root of 1. Now cubing both sides, that is x cube equal to 1. If cubing both sides, we get x cube equal to 1. Now x cube minus 1 equal to 0. So x cube minus 1 cube equal to 0. Okay, we write 1, that is 1 cube, same. So a cube, using the formula a cube minus b cube. Okay, what is the formula of a cube minus b cube? That is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. So using this formula we write x minus 1 into x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. Clear? Now here two terms we get. One term is x minus 1, another term is x square plus x plus 1. Okay? Multiply of two terms, product of two terms is 0. So one of them must be 0. So we write therefore x minus 1 equal to 0 or x equal to 1. So one root we get, that is x equal to 1. Now another root, or x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. Using Sridhar Acharya's method, we get x equal to, what is the Sridhar Acharya method? Suppose ax square plus bx, see ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. Now we directly find the value of x using Sridhar Acharya's method. So what is Sridhar Acharya's method? See, x equal to minus b plus minus root over of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is the formula of Sridhar Acharya. Okay. So using this formula, we find the value of x. So x equal to minus 1. Minus b means coefficient of x, that is minus 1. Then we write plus minus root over of b square, that is same. 1 whole square minus 4 into a into b, that is 1. Both are 1. Divided by 2 into 1. Okay. Because all of the coefficient, the coefficient of x square, that is 1. Coefficient of x, that is also 1. And constant term is also 1. So x equal to minus 1 plus minus root over x is 1 square minus 4 into 1 divided by 2 into 1. So we get minus 1 plus minus root over of 1 minus 4 divided by 2. So we get minus 1 plus minus root over of minus 3 divided by 2. Okay, this is the final answer. Now minus 3 root over of minus 3, that is root over of minus 1 into 3. Okay, so what do you mean by root over of minus 1? That is I. Okay, in complex number what is the meaning of root over of minus 1? That is I. So we write minus 1 plus minus I into root over 3 divided by 2. Okay. So one root of this equation is 1 and another root is minus 1 plus I into root 3 by 2, and third one is minus 1 minus I into root 3 by 2. So finally we get the value of x equal to 1. Another one is minus 1 plus root over 3 I divided by 2, and third one is minus 1 minus root over 3I divided by 2. We get 3 roots of this equation. Okay. Now see, one is real, that is 1. One root is real, that is 1, and another 2 root is complex. Okay. Now see, so we get the 3 cube roots of unity are 1 is 1, and another one is minus 1 plus root over 3I divided by 2, and third one is minus 1 minus root over 3 I divided by 2. This is the third one. Okay, now see. Now see, clearing one of the cube root of unity is real and the other two are non-real, that is complex number. Okay, now see. Now see, three roots, one is 1, another one is minus 1 plus root over 3I divided by 2, and third one is minus 1 minus root over 3I divided by 2. Okay, now some property of cube root of unity. Okay, see, first one is, if we do the square of the first one, any of the roots, take this one, we get the second one. Okay, see how? Minus 1 plus root over 3I divided by 2 whole square. Okay, I repeat, if we squaring the one root, we get the third one. Okay, see, minus 1 plus root over 3I by 2. So we get whole square, we get minus 1 whole square plus 2ab, 2 into minus 1 into b, that is root over 3I plus root over 3I whole square divided by 2 whole square, that is 4. Okay, now see, minus 1 whole square, that is 1, minus 2 root over 3I plus 3I square divided by 4. Okay, now 1 minus 2 root over 3I minus 3I minus 3, because what is the value of I square? That is minus 1. So 3 into minus 1, that is minus 3. I repeat, what is the value of I square? That is minus 1. So 3 into minus 1, that is minus 3 divided by 4. Now see, 1 minus 3, that is minus 2 root 3I divided by 4. So we take minus 2 as common. We take minus 2 as common. So what we will get? That is we get 1 plus root over 3I divided by 4. So we get 2. So we get minus 1 minus root over 3I divided by 2. This is the third one. Okay. So it is clear that if we squaring the first root or any one root of the complex root, okay, so get another root. Okay. So let we assume first complex root be omega, then second complex root be omega square. Okay. So it is clear that three roots are 1 comma this one we take omega, and third one is omega square. All of you clear? Now next property, come to the next property. So it is clear that one of the non-real root of the unity is denoted by omega, then other root is omega square. Okay, one root is real, one non-real root, that is complex root, we take omega, then third one is omega square. All of you clear? Now come to the next property. Sum of the cube root of the unity is 0. That means sum of three roots 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. 1 plus omega square is equal to 0. This is the another property. Now come to the next property, that is product of the three roots. Product of the three roots is equal to 1. That means 1 into omega square, that is equal to 1, or omega cube equal to 1. So we get, there is two main property of the cube root of unity, that sum of the cube root of unity is equal to 0 and product of the cube root of unity is equal to 1. Okay, now using this property we do some sums. Clear everyone? Okay, see. So we write two property in the side. One is 1 plus omega square equal to 0. Another one is omega cube equal to 1. Omega cube equal to 1. Okay. Now see sum number 1. 1 minus 3 omega plus omega square. 1 minus 3 omega plus omega square. Okay. Into 1 plus omega minus 3 omega square. 1 plus omega minus 3 omega square is equal to, find the value. Sorry, the question is find the value of this number 1 minus 3 omega plus omega square into 1 plus omega minus 3 omega square. Okay, find the value. See how to solve this problem. See, first of all, 1 plus omega square minus 3 omega, arrange it this way, and second one we arrange 1 plus omega minus 3 omega square. Okay, now see, what is the value of 1 plus omega square? 1 plus omega square equal to minus omega. Using this property, 1 plus omega square equal to 0. So it is clear that 1 plus omega square equal to minus omega. So instead of 1 plus omega square, we put minus omega, then minus 3 omega. Here is 1 plus omega minus 3 omega square. So 1 plus omega, what is the value of 1 plus omega? That is minus omega square. So 1 plus omega, instead of 1 plus omega, we put minus omega square, then minus 3 omega square. After that, minus omega minus 3 omega, that is minus 4 omega, and minus omega square minus 3 omega square, that is minus 4 omega square. Okay, so 4 the 16, omega into omega, that is omega cube, omega square into omega, that is omega cube, minus minus plus, 4 the 16, omega cube. So what is the value of omega cube? That is 1, omega cube equal to 1. So 16 into 1, that is 16. So what is the value of 1 minus 3 omega plus omega square into 1 plus omega minus 3 omega square, that is 16. All of you clear? Then come to the next sum. Okay, see carefully. Next sum, question number 2. Sum number 2, the question is 1 minus omega plus omega square, 1 minus omega plus omega square whole to the power 7 plus, okay, plus 1 plus omega minus omega square, 1 plus omega minus omega square whole to the power 7 is equal to 128. Okay, 128. That means prove that, prove it. Prove it. 1 minus omega plus omega square whole to the power 7 plus 1 plus omega minus omega square whole to the power 7 is equal to 128. Okay. Now see how to solve this problem. The easiest way. Okay. See, LHS. LHS means left hand side. We take left hand side only. From left hand side we must come in RHS. That is the value of 128. See how to solve. 1 minus omega plus omega square whole to the power 7 plus 1 plus omega minus omega square whole to the power 7. Okay. Now arrange it. 1 plus omega square minus omega whole to the power 7 plus 1 plus omega minus omega square whole to the power 7. So, same as 1 plus omega square equal to 1 plus omega square equal to minus omega, using this property. So, 1 plus omega square, instead of 1 plus omega square, we write, instead of 1 plus omega square, we write minus omega. Then, again minus omega whole to the power 7 plus, here is also 1 plus omega minus omega square. So, instead of 1 plus omega, we write minus omega square. So, minus omega square whole to the power 7. So, here is minus 2 omega whole to the power 7 plus minus 2 omega square whole to the power 7. Clear? So here is minus 2 whole to the power 7, take as common from these two. So minus 2 whole to the power 7 take as common, and remaining is omega to the power 7 plus omega squared to the power 7, that is omega to the power 14. Clear everyone? So now calculate this. Minus 2 to the power 7, that is minus 128. Minus 2 to the power 7, that is minus 128. Okay. Now omega to the power 7. Okay, simplify it. All of you know omega cube equal to 1. So omega to the power 7 means omega cube whole to the power 2, that is 3 to the 6 into omega, plus omega to the power 4, that means omega cube whole to the power 4. 3 4 the 12. 3 5 the 3 4 the 12. Okay, into omega square. See, omega cube equal to 1. That is why we simplify omega to the power 7 equal to omega cube whole square. That is 3 to the 6, omega 6 into omega. We get omega square, omega to the power 7 plus omega to the power 14. That is omega cube in to the power 4. That means 3 4 the 12. Omega to the power 12 into omega square. That is omega to the power 14. Okay. Now see, minus 128 into omega to the power cube means 1. 1 whole square, that is 1. Only remaining omega. Then same in the second case, omega cube equal to 1. Omega cube 1 to the power 4, that is 1. So omega square. So what is the value of omega plus omega square? Look, omega plus omega square, that is minus 1. Put it. So we get minus minus plus 128. Proved. Clear everyone? See carefully. Now we come to the third sum. Okay, see sum number 3. Okay, now sum number 3. There is, if x equal to a plus b omega, look at the question first. If x equal to a plus b omega plus c omega square, comma, y equal to, if x equal to a plus b omega plus c omega square, y equal to a omega plus b omega square plus c, and z is equal to, okay, and z is equal to a omega square plus b, a omega square plus b plus c omega. Okay, the value of x, y, z, that is given. Now find the value of x square divided by yz plus y square divided by zx plus z square divided by xy. Okay, this is required to find what is the value of x square by yz plus y square by zx plus z square by xy. Okay, and x, the value of x, y, z, that is given in the form of omega. Now see how to solve this. First of all, we find the value of x plus y plus z. Okay, so we write x plus y plus z. Just put the value. X means a plus b omega plus c omega square, a plus b omega plus c omega square. Then put the value of y, that is a omega plus b omega square plus c. Then put value of z, that is a omega square, okay, then b plus c omega. Clear everyone? Now arrange it. A plus a omega plus a omega square. Then take b as same, b plus b omega plus b omega square, plus take c plus c omega plus c omega square. Clear? From the first 3 we take a as common, so we get a plus omega square. Then take b as common from the second 3, that is b plus 1 plus omega square. Then take c as common from the last 3 terms, we get 1 plus omega square. Here, so what is the value of 1 plus omega square? What is the value of omega plus omega 1 plus omega square? That is 0. So here is, we put 0, here is also 0, here is also 0. So 0, a into 0, that is 0, b into 0 becomes 0, and c into 0 also becomes 0. So finally we get the answer is 0. Now see, x plus y plus z, we get the value x plus y plus z equal to 0. Now see, therefore, x divided by yz plus x square divided by yz plus y square divided by zx plus z square divided by xy. Okay, now do the LCM. LCM is x, y, z. This is the LCM of three terms. So x, y, z is the LCM. So here is x square into x, that is x cube, plus here is zx. So comparing this, we get y. So multiply with y. So y square into y, that is y cube. And here is again multiply with z, that is z cube. Now see, if x plus y plus z is equal to 0, then what is the value of x cube plus y cube plus z cube? All of you know. See carefully. If x plus y plus z is equal to 0, then x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. Okay, this is the formula. So directly we write x cube plus y, instead of x cube plus y cube plus z cube is equal to 3xyz. Okay, divided by xyz when x plus y plus z equal to 0. Remember it. Now xyz cancel, so only 3 here. This is the answer of the today's last sum. Okay, so see carefully. I think all of you understood. So thank you, and please subscribe my channel Math Magic. Thank you, students.